Nano, Nagle and Spoken Realms present the case of the pocket diary found in the snow, and other stories by Grace Isabel Kolbron and Auguste Groner. Chapter 1. The Discovery in the Snow. A quiet evening had sunk down upon the great city. The clock in the old clumsy church steeple of the factory district had not yet struck 8, when the side door of one of the large buildings opened, and a man came out into the silent street. It was Ludwig Amster, one of the working men in the factory, starting on his homeward way. It was not a pleasant road, this street along the edge of the city. The town showed itself from its most disagreeable side here, with malodorous factories, rickety tenements, untidy open stretches, and dumping grounds offensive both to eye and nostril. Even by day the street that Amster took was empty. By night it was absolutely quiet and dark as were the thoughts of the solitary man. He walked along, brooding over his troubles. Scarcely an hour before, he had been discharged from the factory because of his refusal to submit to the injustice of his foreman. The yellow light of the few lanterns shone nothing but high board walls and snowdrifts, stone heaps, and now and then the remains of a neglected garden. Here and there, a stunted tree or a wild shrub bent their twigs under the white burden which the winter had lain upon them. Ludwig Amster, who had walked this street for several years, knew his path so well that he could take it blindfolded. The darkness did not worry him, but he walked somewhat more slowly than usual, for he knew that under the thin covering of fresh-fallen snow there lay the ice of the night before. He walked carefully, watching for the slippery places. He had been walking about half an hour, perhaps, when he came to a cross street. Here he noticed the tracks of a wagon, the trace still quite fresh, as the slowly falling flakes did not yet cover it. The tracks led out towards the north, out onto the hilly open fields. Amster was somewhat astonished. It was very seldom that a carriage came into this neighbourhood, and yet these narrow wheel tracks could have been made only by an equipage of that character. The heavy trucks which passed these roads occasionally had much wider wheels, but Amster was to find still more to astonish him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?